Hello my wonderful sewing friends, welcome to Sloth and Orchids. My name is Alisa and this is my sewing channel where I talk about sewing my own stylish wardrobe and showing you my journey. Let's go. So I've been absent for a while again and you've probably been wondering what's happened to me during this time, and I'm about to tell you what has been going on in my life. Starting with my job situation. So the last time you've heard from me was when I have been made redundant at my previous job, where I took the redundancy and I focused on myself, and for about 3 months I was taking a break, resetting, rethinking what I wanted to do and what my plan of action is. And at the end I was just, you know what, I'm not gonna plan, I'm just gonna enjoy this time and just kind of take it easy, do the things I wouldn't usually have the time to do, which was sewing, walking. I went on a couple of trips, I've made a couple of things, I've read some books, you know, I cooked, I danced, I listened to music. It's been the best time spent in a very, very long time that I can remember. Then one day I thought, you know what, if I wanted to move on to buying my own house, I kind of needed to look around to see what jobs are available. So I looked online one day and I came across this job ad where I thought, you know what, this is a really good match. And I literally had very specific things that were listed in there. I actually had those skills and I knew those areas quite extensively, which are like the operating systems, and you know, the specifics of the job is like pretty much what I used to do, but on a larger scale. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna ping it through, no rush. So I sent my CV, and the next day I've heard back to say, can you come in for a chat? Which I did. It was quite a long chat. I had my own list of questions I wanted to ask. I wanted to see the office, I wanted to see, you know, just kind of suss out the people that work there, kind of look at their faces to see if they look happy or if they look repressed or if they look miserable, or you know, if they just sat there enjoying themselves, you know. So I had a good vibe of the office. I had a really lovely vibe of the managing director who interviewed me, and I went off back home and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get this job. I just had that feeling that I'm gonna get this job, and guess what? I got the job, and it was a significant increase in salary compared to my previous job, like really, really good. And that was exactly what I wanted when I was first moving out of my former house that I used to own with my ex-partner, and I was worried that I wouldn't have the money to kind of survive and live on my own to the standard of life that I want, and that is no longer the worry. So I got the job and I was living in that rented house, the beautiful house that I was renting for a while, and then I was told that my year of renting it out was coming to an end, and I needed to find an alternative place to live because the owners of the house were moving in. And to be fair, I kind of freaked out for a day or two, and I was like, I looked around, I looked at the ads of renting, and I was like, this is not looking good. I mean, like, not good, you know, like kitchens with red walls. And then like I went to see a couple of places and it was not good at all, and I wasn't sure. I knew it would work out somehow, but I didn't see at that point how. And then one day I received an email. So basically, I also registered with all the shared ownership associations that were building in the area, and I received an email of one of them to say that there's one property left that I can apply for. And I'm like, what do you mean left? I haven't seen any previous emails. I was like, hold on a minute. So I went to look and I've applied for it. And I've been told that I was one of the 10 people that were applying, and it's basically on a first time, first serve kind of basis. So if you get all your documents uploaded in time, if you get all your requirements approved by your bank, your financial advisor to say that you can afford a house, then you can apply quickly. And this is like, so there were like a list of things that needed to happen for you to become the top of the line, so that they can say, okay, you can reserve the house. And I was doing it as quickly as I could, and I didn't think about whether it will happen or not. I was literally just saying, okay, my job is to do all these things so that I give the universe everything that I can for it to move me forward. And then guess what? So one morning I received the email to say, congratulations, you can reserve the house if you so wish. I was like, I wish, please. So I've reserved the house, and within 5 weeks I completed on the house. So I not just secured my own place, I also managed to do it in time for me to not rent in between my previous place and my own house, which is amazing because I only needed to move once. So I still can't believe my luck, honestly. I'm thinking every day I thank everything out there for having me, letting me have this place. I honestly, like, if I could go back in time as I am today and go and talk to the girl who recorded that video to say, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna live, yeah, I think everything's gonna be okay, to go back and say, you know what, everything will be okay, everything will be fantastic, like so good. So yeah, so that's the news. Basically, my new house, I've lived here for 4 months, 3 months, 4 months. I'm kind of settling into paying, you know, getting all the bills sorted and knowing where my payments are going out and knowing what they are. And it's beautiful, it's beautiful. There's still some furniture missing, obviously, because I came from leaving everything behind to a place that was fully furnished, so I didn't have any of my own furniture apart from a sewing table. I had to leave my beautiful mirror door wardrobes behind because there's no space for it in here, because this house has built-in wardrobes, which I will show you. So I literally had no furniture, so I had to buy a lot of things. I got a couple of things for free. I'll do the tour of the house and I'll show you what's what, but I still need some storage kind of cabinets and chest of drawers and stuff like that to kind of put things away. But at the moment I'm pretty comfortable, and I got my sewing room, as you can see, which again I will do the tour of, and it's gorgeous. It's still not finished, but I shoved things in there to clear the space for me to do some sewing, because I craved to do some sewing. It was like, I need to do some sewing to keep my sanity with all the move and all the unpacking and all the changes that was going on. So that's that. Now, in regards to my sewing, I have been actively making stuff. Some of it I was showing on my Instagram. I was a little active recently on my Instagram, and I showed a couple of things. So if you're following me, then you will know. And if you don't, just go and take a peek. I don't know if you're on Instagram or not. It's sloths.and.orchids. So that's me. Obviously, and so yeah, go and look. I've got a couple of reels that I made a couple of skirts. I did one of the faux leather skirts that it was really such a joy to make. My first time working with faux leather. I've done a couple of tutorials again, you know, so I'm kind of trying to pick up my social media presence again, so hence this video now. So I'm going to tell you what my plans are. I have about 25 items I've made in the last year that I haven't shown you. Maybe I've shown a couple in my videos, like briefly, but I'd like to do the whole shebang, you know, where I model it and turn around and on the background, and I'll show you all the insides and everything. So 25, which I'm gonna split into 2 parts. So it's gonna be 2 show and tell videos coming up. Then I'm gonna do like a house and a garden tour. There's nothing in the garden, but I'll just show you the grass, you know. Then I'm gonna do perhaps a separate video for a sewing room tour, just to show you where things are and what's happening. And maybe you'll have some ideas on how I can improve, because it's still work in progress. There's still a couple of bits and bobs missing in here for me to say, okay, sewing room's complete now. And also I was thinking, would you be interested in having like chatty vlogs where I'm doing something sewing related and just yap away, and then you can listen to it on the background to your own sewing? Because I know some sewing vloggers are doing that, and I actually watch some of them myself, and they're quite interesting and entertaining to have something on the background from the ones that you follow and enjoy listening to. So that's one of the possibilities. Another one is I've been photographing and digitizing every item in my wardrobe, whether made or bought, and it's all now in my PowerPoint on my computer, and I can maybe show you the process of how I do that and how you can then create outfits by doing that on the screen first, to just get some interesting ideas. And also when you go shopping and you're looking for something to add to your wardrobe, you can quickly scan through what you already own, and actually see if you have anything similar, or if your new item that you're thinking of buying can fit into your existing, you know, lineup of things, you know, stuff like that. Would you be interested in that? Let me know. And obviously I'll be doing weekly updates on the stuff that I'm making at the moment. So I have 2 garments that I'm working on right now. One of them is a Vogue blouse with pretty little frills, and another one is Edane trench coat of Vicky Sews, which I started making. Shame on me, but I started making it over probably like a year ago, and it's still ongoing. But all I have to do is just to do the back slits, buttonholes and buttons. This is like, I really need to get on with it. I just have some sort of mental block, but perhaps I'll just, now I told you that, I'll feel accountable to go ahead and finish it, and maybe I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll see through the video and say, oh, there's nothing left to do, no, just do it. So anyway, so that's that. So anyway, on this positive note, I'm going to shoot off and perhaps do a little video recording of my show and tell today, because it's Sunday and I have some time and I feel like dressing up for you. So I'm just gonna go and do that. So that will be probably the next upcoming video. Meanwhile, let me know what you want to see from me. Stay pretty and sew something amazing. Love you all. Bye.